Good morning, dear children. As we have learned about the auxiliary verbs in the previous sentence, today we will learn about modal auxiliaries. Auxiliary verbs are helper verbs. As you know, I told you they add more meaning to the actual action that is done. Okay, so that is action means verbs. So they add some more meaning, extra meaning to the verbs. That's why they are called helper verbs and are used together with the main verb to express tense, mood, and voice. Modal auxiliaries are used to express possibility, probability, ability, willingness, compulsion, necessity, ask permission, give advice, determination, obligation, past habits, request, etc. A modal auxiliary verb cannot be used alone. It must be followed by another verb. It adds extra. Okay, this is extra, not WEXTRA, extra meaning to the sentence. So I'll give you an example. Like supposing I say, um, I run. Okay, I just say I run. Now here you're just telling about the action run. So your main verb is run. Correct? Now to this, before this main verb, I add words like I can run, I cannot run, I will not run, okay, or I will run, I may run, okay. So all these words which I added just before the main verb that which indicates action run add some extra meaning to the action run. Like for example, if I say I can run, it tells you that I am willing to do the action that is run, okay, or I have the ability. What it's telling you that you have the ability to run. If you say I may run, so there is a possibility that I will run. Okay. If you are saying I cannot run, it means you do not have the ability to run. If you say I will not run, that means you are not going to run at all. So there is no possibility of you running at all. Okay. Now, all these words may, will not, uh, can, yes, all these indicate different things and they add meaning to the main verb or the main action that is run. Clear? That's why they are called modal auxiliaries. They add extra meaning and that's why they are called helping words. They help you in giving extra meaning to the main verb, whatever is given. Now, your example I gave you run. Okay. So now let's read examples. Can. Can I play here? So if you see the first sentence, it's asking you permission. Yes, you the word run, sorry, the word can over here is giving extra meaning to the word verb play. Yes, it's asking here for permission. Now the same modal auxiliary word can have different meanings according to the situation. Okay. Now, next sentence, Rima can sing really well. So here you're not asking anyone permission. It's you are telling about your ability or something that you can do. Okay, so you are expressing that this is what I can do. So it is showing your ability. Next one, could I use your pen? Here you are asking someone permission whether you can use their pen or no. Next, could you tell me how to go to the station? Here you are requesting someone to give you directions. Okay, directions how to go to any place. Here it is the station. Next one, the weather report could be true. So here there is a possibility that what the weather report is saying could be true. Like Maybe it's going to rain today. So maybe it will rain today. Okay. The next one, may. May I leave the room? Again, you are asking permission. The train may leave on time. So here there is a possibility that the train will not be late. It will leave on time. Might. It might rain this evening. So here there is a possibility. Just as I said, okay, so there may be rain today evening. Must. You must wear your school uniform daily. Here it is a compulsion. You have no choice. No choice is given to you. Yes, it is a compulsion. You have to wear your school uniform, that too every day. You must obey your parents. Now, this is not a compulsion. No one is forcing you, but it is something that you have to do out of respect, out of duty towards your parents. So it is called as obligation, not a compulsion. Okay, it is an obligation because your parents have looked after you, brought you up, done so much for you as a kid, and made you stand on your feet. So now you are obliged. Yes, you are obliged. So it is obligation to do something for them and obey them, respect them, look after them. Okay. Next, have to. I have to water the garden as I had promised. So because you made the promise, it becomes your obligation. So now you have to fulfill your promise. You have to wear a seat belt when you are in a car. So here it is compulsory that you wear a seat belt. You are not to remove your seat belt. It is a compulsion. Okay. Should. You should look after your health. Here it is an advice. Maybe a doctor is giving you, some elder person is giving you advice. What are they telling you? That you have to be careful of your health. Next, I will learn to drive a car the moment I'm 18. So here you are determined. The moment I turn 18, I'm going to get my license because I'm going to drive a car. I want to drive a car, and for that, I'm going to learn it. So that is what you're determined to do. Would. I would take my dog to the park daily when it was small. So this is your past habit. This is what you used to do. Would you post this letter for me, son? Here it is a request. You're requesting someone to do some work for you. Ought to. We ought to look after our senior citizens. So again, here it is an obligation, not as forcing you, but it's understood that this is what you have to do. You ought to eat healthy food. Here it's not something that's you are obliged to do because you have no one has done a favor to you. This is you are doing something for yourself, and this is an advice given by someone for to you so that you do it something good for yourself. Okay. Used to. I used to live in a tiny house when I was young. So here they're saying your past habit, talking about your past habit. Okay. Now we go to the next part, replacing modal auxiliaries with other words. Sometimes no need of when these modal auxiliary words are used, you can no need of saying the exact words. You can change it, but the meaning must not change. Okay? Like for example, very often a modal auxiliary can be replaced by other words such as able, permission, necessary, had the habit of, to express the mood that the modal auxiliary conveys. So I just told you, this what this tells you, whether you have the ability, whether you do not have the ability, whether you are compelled to do something or you are obliged to do something. Okay, that's exactly what the words you have to put in that, whether you have got the permission to do something. Okay. Now see the examples. The horses can jump high fences. What does this show you? It shows you the ability that the horses have the ability to join the high, to jump the high fences. So instead of if they tell you remove the word can, and change it or use some other words instead of the model auxiliary given here. So but you have to keep in mind that you are not to change the meaning of the sentence. Okay. When you say can means you have the ability to do something. So that's exactly what you will use in your answer to change the sentence. The horse is able, see ability, the horse is able to jump high fences. Okay. Next one, you may leave now. So here you're giving someone the permission to leave. So you have my permission to leave now. India might win the match. So here there is a possibility that India will win the match. You cannot be absolutely sure whether we'll win or lose, but there is a possibility. We always have positive thoughts. It's good to have positive thoughts. Then I must reach home by 8. So here it is compulsory that you have to reach home by 8, not later than that. Okay, that's why here compulsion. So it is necessary that I reach home by 8. Or you can also say I have to reach home by 8. Okay, I have to. It's a compulsion. I have to reach home by 8. Next, he would get up at 6 every day. So this is his past habit. So you use that word. He had the habit of getting up at 6 every day. Remember what the meaning, what is meant for you to understand by using this model auxiliary. Those are the exact words that you put or use those words. Little bit changes here and there, but you put those words in the answer. Oh, 1 minute. Okay. Next one. You have your exercise after this. Your exercise. I'm just reading it out. Okay. It's this lesson is very easy. Exercise or homework. Underline the model auxiliaries in the sentences. So you just in this you just have to pick. That is, you will only underline the model auxiliaries. I'll just tell you the first one. He would pronounce rabbit as a wabbit. So here you what is your model auxiliary? Would. So you the only thing you do over here is underline the word would. Okay. So now I will read everything. The navel must keep touching the ground. The floor should be level. Will you lend me a little gold? Asanas should be practiced in a well lit room. He would peck at the bird's feet. Some of the poses must be learned from an instructor. Many of the sentences are from the yoga lesson. Okay, you will have to be extremely careful. I cannot describe the excitement that shook my very being. He could go no further. Okay, so this is an easy exercise. Let's go to the second one. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate modal auxiliary verbs from the brackets. So they've given you a choice. You have to choose the proper answer. Now, when you are doing this, that you read the sentence properly because the meaning of the sentence changes drastically. And if you choose the wrong sentence, guy mein, gadbad mein, you all do not read it properly. You all will get your answers wrong. Plus, you will also, your teacher also may get a firing. Okay. So, see that you all are thinking and writing. Yes, because you all are not doing, will not do well in the exam. If you all are not doing well, we also get a firing, right? So, you will also lose marks. So, read properly. First one, I dash send the message right now. You can either say will or might. So I might send because there is a possibility. So there is a possibility that you will send it right now. Is it correct? Think. Can you say see if there's a possibility you will say I might send it tomorrow. I might send it after some time. I might send it uh, in an hour. Okay, because you are not sure. You are not sure. But when you say, I will send the message right now, how do you come to know that the message that you are saying You intend to do it. That's the reason you said right now in the sentence, correct? So that's why answer will be I will send a message right now. Yes, that's why your answer is wrong. Second one, Sheila swim for an hour every day. Okay, now options might or used to. So if you're saying every day she's swimming for an hour, can you say used to? If she was used to, she would have got drowned. Correct. Okay, next. If I had seen you, I dash have waited for you. Now, what the person will do? I would have waited. Okay, not should have. The lifeguard told the anxious mother not to worry, as he what should come would or could swim well. He could swim well. Correct? Yes. Okay. Next one. You wear a helmet if you are going by motorcycle. Must or would. Next one. Dash you mind repeating the order. So would you mind or must you mind? You have to can you mind? You have to choose from this. Dash you repeat the order. Would or can. You dash try to control your diet. So what is he telling her? You think what and why will your dad or anyone say anything? Yes, you. Okay. Now I have this same sentence is put in a little different way. Okay, dash you mind repeating the order? Here it is a request, and dash you repeat the order, it is again a request but in a different way. So you should be careful when you are choosing the answer, because dash you mind repeating the order, you are asking someone if they can do it again. And the second one is you are sort of not making a request, but you are asking them directly that this is what I want you to do. Okay, see, you're not saying you mind, because on top, see, you mind is given, so there you are making a request. Here you are not asking him, will you be willing to do this or no. You're just telling this is what I want you to do in the seventh sentence. So you should be a little careful when you choose. Okay, think. Even one word can make a lot of differences. One word added or removed. Hmm? Then, have I read the fifth one? I don't remember. Okay, I will read the fifth one. I think I skipped it by mistake. Oh, this has moved, I think. So, what is happening? That's what I was also confused. 1 minute. Okay. Okay. The next one. You dash try to control your diet. So, this is an advice. Dash I eat now, as a little boy softly. Dash set up a factory someday, said the youth confidently. The tsunami strengthened by the time it reaches the coast. The next one, the tsunami dash base strengthened. So here you're talking of there is chances of it being strengthened by the time it reaches the coast. Here you are saying the tsunami dash strengthen, and here dash be strengthened. So you have to be careful when you're using this. The options are the same. The options are the same, but think little before you do your answers or do the homework. Okay, now we go to the last one. Mm, okay, pick out the modal auxiliaries from the following sentences and write what they express. So here, remember I told you that they tell you about the ability, the disability, the past habit. Yes, so that is exactly what you have to write, whether it's an order, whether it's a permission, whether it's an ability or a disability or some past habit. That's what you will be writing here. The first one is done as a homework for you. Sorry, as an example for you. May I take this chair to the garden? So what is happening over here? What is your modal auxiliary? First pick the modal auxiliary. Which is your modal auxiliary? May. So may here, what are you doing? You are asking permission. So that will be your answer. I will solve this difficult problem myself. So first thing you have to do here is pick your model auxiliary because you don't know which is the model auxiliary. And then you tell what they express. Okay. Yes, third one. You should not run when you are ill. The plane may land if the weather clears. The authority might have cleared the landslide by now. A good citizen must act in a responsible manner during emergencies. The old man used to participate in marathon play races in his youth. Next one, could you lower the volume of the TV, please? Next one, you ought to look after your aged parents lovingly. Now here they're not being forced. Yes, you what someone is making a request to them. Clear? Last one. My grandmother would do all the cooking herself when she was ill. So I think this is the end of it. Yes. And so it's not very easy. Some of them is just ultimately oh, there are many sentences, but then it's good because then you're learning and you are learning to through practice. Yes, because you're practicing, you are learning it. So don't get worried that there are so many and when will I finish? Okay. So should I think I will conclude my lesson. And I hope you all are able to do all the homework because even though it may seem long, it's not very long. It's just underline a word which is very, very easy and just write the meaning of or the what they express, which is very, very easy. So whatever is in this lesson, I hope you all have understood. If you have not, just give me a call and tell me that what you didn't understand. I will explain it to you again. Okay. Thank you and do have a good day.